is Ethan, and today we are doing the rest of the levels in the 100 levels of parkour. The first map, obviously this is going to be a pretty short video, so I think I might go and find another map to do after this one, because I mean, it took 30 minutes to do 69. It's gonna take significantly less, unless there is a level that's just really, really hard out of nowhere. Which could be now. Oh my god. Okay, no, I got it. Okay. Yeah, I do really like these maps because it's easy parkour. So it's sort of satisfying to watch. Oh, I put on my summer skin. I don't think I've shown it off yet. I literally just rolled up the sleeves and added some bracelets. I was gonna wait until June. But whatever. I also might change that. I didn't think it bothered me that you can see the colors touching like that, but it does a little bit when you can see it like this, right? But whatever. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to change it up a little bit. I'm kind of planning on doing a little, like, a skin for every season, I guess. So, like, having a Halloween skin and then also a Christmas skin. And then, for the rest of the year, it's just my normal skin. Just because, I don't know, it's really hot out right now. And there's absolutely no way I would be wearing a sweater in this weather. Are you kidding me? It's so warm. So, oh, there we go. So I changed it, and then, yeah, I added the Pride armbands because it's June in, like, well, I don't know when June is when you're watching this, but for me it's in like 10 days maybe, something like that, so may as well. I've got a little Pride version for my little guy as well, who is not working because why would he, even though I tested it before I actually started the video, and it was working then. Of course stopped working now. There we go. Yeah, I've got a Pride version for my little guy as well. I don't know, I just felt like doing it. I like making the skins, I just don't like doing it often, so I'm like, just, you know, whatever. I can't remember if I did a Halloween skin last year. I know I did a Halloween PNG tuber. It was back when I was just using a human as a PNG tuber. When I, like, before I switched to, before I switched to just a little guy, I was a human. And I dressed up as Izzy from Our Flag Means Death because I was excited about season 2 coming out, which obviously turned out really, really badly if you have been on this channel for any amount of time whatsoever. Yeah, the joy and happiness and the excitement was very short-lived. I'm actually not even certain that it lasted like a week, if I'm being honest. I don't remember when that video came out. It was definitely October, because that's why I was wearing the skin. Season 2 came out in October, so I think it was probably before the final episode. If it was after, then what happened was I was less sad when it first happened, and then the more I sat on it, the more sad I got. So, maybe it was after episode 8 came out, but if it was, then I very much repressed that time. It feels stupid saying all that, because, oh my god, I'm in creative. How long have I been in creative? Sorry. I was in creative to get a thumbnail. I cannot believe I hadn't noticed that yet. That's really funny. Well, anyway, yeah, it feels stupid being like, oh, this TV show affected me really badly. It was really bad for my mental health, but, like, it did. I'd completely, like, all of my mental health was pinned on this one fucking character, and then, yeah, everything went bad. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that, so we're not going to. recording this, and I cried twice. I cried twice and had to cut away once. Surprisingly, not at the part that I thought I would have to, like, stop recording for. There's a character who, when he died, his sister wrote a poem, and at one point she says, I wish that I could say I had thought about you that night, but I didn't until we found you. As in, so there was a big storm, everyone was inside, but he wasn't, because he was being all sulky, and, you know, whatever, and she was inside having the party, not even thinking about him out in the storm, in the tornado, I think it was, really, and she was talking about, in the poem, I really wish I could say I had thought about you, but I didn't think about you for a second until we went out and found your dead body, which is kind of horrifying. Yeah, kind of horrifying, and I started crying. I don't know why, it was just once I realized what it was, because what happened is it says, I wish that, and then some dots, and then it's like nothing for a minute, and then it's, I wish that I could say I had thought about you, and I don't know why, but having the little, like, she was trying to gather her thoughts as she was writing them, having that be a part of it hurt a lot, and I ended up, having to take a step back, because it was genuinely traumatizing. I did cry at Lewis as well, I just didn't need to step away, I guess because I knew I was going to cry at Lewis. I always do. Every time I've ever played the game or seen someone play it, I've cried. So I knew it was coming. But I did not know I would cry at... I honestly don't... Gus's death. I didn't think I would cry, but I did. It was awful. Honestly, the whole game is really sad. Really, really sad. But I don't know, I'm glad that I've played... Oh no. I'm glad I played it, because I really don't think enough people have played it. I think that if you watch the playthrough and want to play it, please do. It doesn't even matter that you already know what's gonna happen. It's such an amazing story. Like, I have played that game 3 times now. And then, played the game 3 times. And watched someone play it twice before I had ever played it myself. And I still get so affected by it, because it's, oh no, it's genuinely pretty horrifying. It's just so good. You know, I've, like, never in my life seen a story that's so well written, ever. And I, like, really hope just I can make something that is even half as good as that. I do have a game that I'm making, not on stream, very much off stream, that is a mix between Firewatch, Dredge, and What Remains of Edith Finch. Mainly Firewatch, but also actually, I guess, a little bit inspired by, I don't even know what it's called, Fears to Fathom Episode 4, in the Firewatch Tower, where there's a few bits of mechanics where you have to take down the wind and the temperature and stuff like that. That bit of gameplay also inspired some of the gameplay, but also just, I'm not even really sure, it's just, I'm not really sure what it's called, like, what is it called? You're gonna have to give me a second. Lovecraftian. Very Lovecraftian inspired stuff. Although obviously fuck Lovecraft, but you know, not really inspired by anything actually to do with Lovecraft and any of his work, just that vibe of Cthulhu, that kind of vibe, the unknown, the horrifying, you know, that. Not directly inspired by anything he ever made or anything anyone's made about his work. Because I honestly couldn't tell you that I like Lovecraftian things, because I I don't. I just like the kind of vibes of something that you don't understand in any way. You can never know it, you can never understand it, and you never will. And there's not really a point in trying, because you're never gonna get it. Just that otherworldly horror of not even knowing if it's otherworldly. Like, it could be anything. That kind of fear. I guess it's not gonna be a horror game. Really, it's gonna be about as much a horror game as Dredge is, which is to say, like, a little bit. I wouldn't say that Dredge is a horror game, but it's one of the best games I've ever played. One of the only games that I've played to completion, which I think is a big problem I have. Actually, I never really play games to completion, even if they're amazing. I probably won't finish it. Like, I think I could count on one hand the amount of games I've actually played start to finish, and Dredge is definitely the longest one out of all of them. I think that the things that I love the most in video games are a game that has a story, a main gameplay, and a bunch of mini games, which is exactly what Remains of Edith Finch is, and one of the only other games I've ever completed. Dream Daddy is also exactly that. A story with a gameplay and then mini games, which I think is why I completed that game as well. But it's yeah. So what is it? Dredge, Dream Daddy. I hate saying that word. Dream Daddy. Dredge. What Remains of Edith Finch. Minecraft, obviously. Although, actually, only recently, which is funny, considering the fact that I've been playing it for like 12 years. But yeah, I don't know, I've just never been interested in actually beating the Ender Dragon. And anytime I have been, I've always cheated, because I've never seen much point. I just want the Elytra, and that's it. But with the 1.20 world, I didn't cheat, which is amazing. By the way, I'm not talking about like 100% completing games, because if we're talking about which games I've 100% completed, Dream Daddy is the only one, which is embarrassing as fuck. But actually, I don't even think that's true anymore, because it got a free update, not recently, but like years after the game came out. I would have said like maybe 2-3 years ago, it got an update. And I don't think I've 100% completed it because of that update anymore. But for the longest time it was the only game I'd ever 100% completed. Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of small games. But yeah, like there's no, I guess, like I play a lot of games that don't have an ending. 'Cause like, you can't finish Animal Crossing, right? You can get bored of it and you can reach a semi-conclusion, but you can't actually finish it. And like Minecraft as well, you can reach the end, but that's not the end of the game. So, I don't know. I play a lot of games that just can't be completed. Which I think I'd actually like to stop doing. Because as nice as it is to never technically have an ending, you do get bored of those games really easily. Minecraft is like the only one that I continue to play forever. Oh, I've beaten Skyrim. Which, like, I'd fucking hope I'd beaten Skyrim, because I've been playing that game the longest out of any video game I've ever played. So yeah, I've beaten Skyrim a few times. Obviously not even slightly 100%ed it, because that game is fucking massive. What else have I played that I've finished? Like, I think I can count it on one hand. Which I'd like, yeah, Bugsnax. No. I've never fucking beaten Bugsnax. But you know why, though? It's because, with Bugsnax, I'm determined to get every Bugsnax, which you don't have to do to beat the game, but I wanted to. And there's this one fucking bug that I can't get. I don't know how to do it. I guess I should probably look it up. I'm also determined to do it. I'm also determined to do it without needing to look it up, so I don't know. But yeah, Bugsnax I haven't completed. That's why I want to start playing more games on Twitch, because I'd like to start completing games. I'd like to do that, which I'm hoping I'll be able to add Undertale to that list soon, which is, you know, ambitious, but we're like halfway through the game, I think. So, you know, hopefully we can do it, and I can add that to my list, and then we can start going through other games. What games do I want to play on stream? I want to do Dredge. I want to play Dredge on stream. I want to play What Remains of Edith Finch again on stream at some point, just to have a VOD of me playing that game in not ASMR, because it's an amazing story, and I feel like ASMR is not the best way to experience that story. Although I will say, I recently posted on Twitter about there was a post going around about people are annoyed when YouTubers play a video game and they talk over the intro explanation and then get mad when the game, they're like, get mad at the game, oh shit, they get mad at the game and say it doesn't explain anything when they talked over the explanation. And then somebody quote retweeted it and said this, but when it's an emotional beat in the story and they talk over it and miss the whole thing. And I replied with, or I quote retweeted with, I'd once watched someone play What Remains of Edith Finch, and they played it. It was a Twitch streamer. They played it and they were making jokes about Lewis the whole time, the whole story. And then in the scene where he fucking kills himself, they laughed at their own joke, and completely missed the entire fucking point of the story. And it's just kind of awful to watch a streamer laugh while someone kills themselves on screen, you know? Even though it's only implied, it's not very, very explicit, it's still pretty fucking horrifying. I will say, that was like 2 years ago. They've matured a lot since then. And I don't think they're a bad person, and I don't think them laughing the way they did was they didn't know what was happening. They made a joke and laughed at their own joke and missed what was happening. So, you know, it wasn't to start a hate campaign or anything, or to call out the streamer in any way, because I didn't name names and I'm not going to. And if you know who this is about, don't say anything, because they've matured. I also just don't think the game was right for them to play, because they make jokes about everything. It's a really stupid idea for someone to suggest it to them. And, you know, no hate to the streamer, because I genuinely don't think that they knew what was happening. And even if they did, they weren't laughing at it, they were laughing at their own joke. So it's very much not a call-out situation. And I do think that it was a relatively big thing in that person's community at the time. Quite a few people talked about it. So if you know who I'm talking about, don't say anything. Keep it to yourself, or I will delete your comment, because this was not meant to call out anyone in any way. But it just kind of makes me think about the way I play games. And I always try to not talk over anything. And if I do, it's only when I know it's not important, or when I can do it, and I try not to get mad at stuff if I missed something because I wasn't paying attention, not because they didn't explain it or something. I try not to do any of that, and I try to be as good to the story as I can be. And I hope I do that. I think I do that. And I just, yeah, it just made me very conscious about the way I play games, and I'd like to think that I'm pretty good at it. But who knows? Ow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try and keep it in mind, I guess, every time I play a game, make sure I listen to everything, because reading it, I didn't think it was ever a problem, or ever something I had a problem realizing, no, actually I've experienced this exact same thing with a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, made me pretty conscious and aware of the fact that this is very much a big issue. Also the fact that the person who posted it then later revealed that it was about Markiplier, and that made me realize, holy shit, Markiplier does that all the time. He doesn't blame the game for it, but he does sometimes miss massive things or massive bits of story, which I had never realized until this person said it. And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. I guess I just got so used to people doing that. But I'm like, if that happened to me, if that happened to one of my games, I'd be so fucking mad. I wouldn't even be able to be happy that somebody like that played my game. I'd be so upset. So I didn't even realize it was a big issue until it was pointed out, and now I'm like, yeah, actually that fucking sucks. But yeah, I'm trying to think of more games that we could play on the channel. My problem, I think, is that I'm better suited to shorter games because, first of all, I've noticed a trend of if I post a variety game, the first like 3 episodes might do pretty good, but any episode after that will do bad. So I think doing shorter games is better. Like the first episode of What Remains of Edith Finch did good enough, didn't do great, but it did average for the channel. And I have not posted the second episode, even though it's out when you're watching this. I haven't posted it yet, so I can only hope it's done as well as the first one at least. But there's only 2 episodes because the game's only like 2.5 hours long, so like maybe 3 hours, I'm not sure. So I guess I'm just kind of hoping that that does well, and then if it does, I'm gonna start doing stuff like that. My plan is that games tend to do well if I do 3 episodes, take a massive few months break, and then come back to the game after a few months, and for some reason it will do good again. Like, don't understand why that is a thing that happens, but it seems to happen. So there will be a Bugsnax video, completely unrelated. There's gonna be a Bugsnax video soon as well. Continuing on from where we were, which is brave of me, because I don't fucking remember where we were. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't remember where we were in that game, so we'll see. I think we were in the desert, but I genuinely could not tell you. There we go. Whoa, almost missed that. Oh, I was meant to miss it. Right. Okay. I guess I did just post that video. I haven't posted it yet. I did just post that video for you guys, of me rating every game I have in my Steam library that I've played. It was so loud. That I've played. Ow. And, I'm hoping that some people will see a game that I've never played on the channel and be like, oh, could you please play that? Because I'm kind of out of ideas at this point. Yeah, I just don't really know what games to play because I feel like I've played all my favorites. I guess I could start playing more Minecraft maps. I think that would be fun to have a weekly parkour series, maybe. My one problem is I think we'll very quickly run out of easy parkour games. One of my favorite Minecraft map types is the Elytra maps. There really aren't that many of them that are good, which is infuriating, but I love Elytra maps, so we'll probably do a few of those. Okay, I was going for the wrong thing. I think that we do like a few videos that are a compilation of maps, because I tried to do, what is it called? It's by Nox Crew. You know, the really famous one. What is it called? That level took me another 10 fucking minutes that I had to cut out there. I don't even remember what I was saying. So, hope that thought wasn't important. important because it's gone now. Yeah, I don't even remember what topic we were on. Oh, I tried to do that Nox Crew Elytra map one. Terra Swoop Force. I tried to do Terra Swoop Force for a video, and I completed the whole thing in 13 minutes, so, you know, I could have posted it, but I didn't really see a point, so I didn't. So we could do, I guess, a compilation of Elytra's maps, because they do tend to be all really, really short for some reason. I really don't know why. They're all very short, but they're all very enjoyable, so I guess we could do that. Be pretty fun. And yeah, like more compilations of parkour, because some of them are relatively short. I guess we could do adventure maps as well, but honestly, adventure maps are boring. Horror maps would be kind of fun, but those are also not really my thing. I don't have to do a timed thing, do I? Because I'm not doing it if I do. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, anyway, compilations of parkour could be fun. Because the parkour videos are fun to do. I don't know if I could do them regularly because I have to sit here and yap for like 30 minutes. I don't really have much to talk about. I guess I could maybe try, what is happening? Could maybe try doing ones where we do Duolingo over the parkour. Maybe that could work. Yeah, depending on stuff, I guess. Cause yeah, I genuinely think I'm really fucking good at rambling, but I don't know. At some point you're gonna run out of stuff to talk to, especially because rambling videos are kind of my thing. That's what every video is. So every single video is like this. I can't just, I don't know, I can't just save the yapping for this video, so it's kind of painful. It's what it is. It's very painful. I really wish the videos, like the game development videos and the other videos that I would want to make in that kind of genre, I wish those did better than they do, because they do really good with likes, so I think people like them. Just not enough views to justify it, which sucks, because it would be kind of great if I could get a video done while also doing other stuff, but it's fine. It's fine, mainly because I never have time to do anything else. I'm always exhausted, so I'm like, it'd be kind of cool if I could, like, do some 3D modeling while making a video. That'd be pretty cool, because I want to practice more. I want to do more things. I made a person in Blockbench recently, a few days ago, for the video game I was talking about, because that video game idea has been in the back of my head for years. It was the first game I had thought of a story for, and I thought of maybe just writing it instead, because I always knew that if I wanted to turn it into a game, it had to be 3D. It had to be a 3D game, and I didn't know how to model. And how do I explain this? I'm relatively picky when it comes to the visuals of a video game, in that I guess I judge the book by its cover, to be entirely honest. I don't really like games that don't have amazing graphics, but not because I think the games are bad, it's just that I'm less likely to give it a chance, which is not a good thing. But because of that, I'm also like, I don't want to make a game that I don't think looks perfect, right? So I'm like, if I wanted to turn this game into, or if I wanted to turn this idea into a game, it has to look like a movie. It'd have to be like Red Dead Redemption style characters, or like character graphics, I mean, Or like, why can I not think of a single game other than Red Dead Redemption, a game I've never really played. Like one of the, like Until Dawn or something, you know, relatively realistic character graphics. If it doesn't look like that, I didn't want to make it, which is stupid. So I've gotten over that a little bit, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of getting over that and getting more into games with cool art styles that aren't, you know, perfect. And okay, second time in this video I had to pause before I got too upset. I had to pause. I'm still a little bit angry. It's, you know, when you get angry and then because of how angry you are, you sort of can't control anything, right? So then you get more angry because nothing is working. That's what's happening. I'm getting so angry. My finger keeps accidentally on shift or on sprinting, which makes me miss the jump, which makes me more angry. It's sort of driving me insane, but it's fine. We're fine. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting over that. I think Stardew Valley actually helped a lot because I hated pixel art until I played Stardew Valley. I guess I just hadn't ever seen it before, so I didn't really get it. But now I do, obviously, because I fucking do it. I'm a pixel artist, so yeah, I get pixel art. I get why it's popular and why people like it. But yeah, that was kind of a big problem I had, a big fault, I guess. I didn't really, I was very judgmental of video game graphics. I've gotten over that. Part of it is because of how different video game graphics are now, because people make them look really old and retro as a stylistic, like, thing. They do it on purpose, which I think is great. Yeah, I think it's great. Okay, yeah, it's great. And I think I watch a lot of Jacksepticeye, especially recently. I've gotten really into horror games again. And a lot of games that he plays are very stylistic, I guess, in what they do, which is fun. I think it's really fun. You know, I really like the old, the way that you make, like, things really pixelated. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the quote-unquote bad graphics of video games nowadays, like indie games. It's really cool. It's got a charm to it that I really like. So, I don't know, I've kind of gotten over it, and now I'm like, it doesn't seem right. Oh. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, I've run out of things to talk about. I had Chinese earlier today, and if you ever come to Ireland, ever, get a thing called a spice bag, or spice box. It's one or the other. They're the same thing, just one's in a box and one's in a bag. It's genuinely, oh my god, it's so good. Obviously not authentic Chinese food. It's very much an Irish dish at this point, but it is the best thing on the planet. You can actually buy the seasoning in a shop. It's the best one that I have found that I think is spot on is Aldi's one. Aldi has one, and it's the exact same. Like, it's not even a good replica. It's the same spice. I don't think I'd be able to show you a picture because I don't know if I could find it in the shop, but it's it's in Aldi, and it's, oh my god, it's the best thing on the planet. It's genuinely some of the nicest food. Well, this is, you know, obviously coming from a white person, so take it with a grain of salt. But it's the best thing ever. It's very much sweet and spicy, but it's very spicy, at least for me, and I think I'm relatively good at handling spice. But yeah, my mom is even better at handling spice than me, and she thinks it's very spicy, so it's just really good. If you're ever in Ireland, get a spice bag. Like, that's the advice anyone who lives in Ireland will tell you. Am I going backwards? I am. Where was I? How did I do that? I genuinely don't have the patience to just do this all from scratch again. I'm so sorry. But yeah, spice box, whatever you want to call it. Spice box is what we always get. Because, I mean, I don't know, it's in a box, and, you know, to feed everyone, box is better. It comes in a pizza box. It's so good, though, it really is. I think it's like, yeah, it's like a sweet spicy, and I always get sweet and sour sauce with it. It's so good. It's not one for leftovers, though, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think it should be because it's chicken, but it also just doesn't taste as good as leftovers, which sucks. Because even now, I want some again. I had dinner like 6-7 hours ago, maybe. I would very much like some more, and I don't think it would be as good. But actually, if I ate it now, it wouldn't be as bad as it would be in the morning. So maybe I do just go grab another plate. I don't know. I will say, you're probably not meant to reheat it, but I haven't died yet. So, and if I die because I ate chicken that I had reheated, I deserve it. That's it. I deserve it. I'm gonna turn off the volume real quick. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. If I die because of reheated chicken, let me die. So, you know, don't follow that advice, don't reheat chicken. But I don't care anymore, so in that, like, I think you're more likely to get food poisoning than die. And I've had food poisoning twice within the last year. Oh my god. I've had food poisoning 3 times in the last year. And before those 3 times, I had never gotten food poisoning ever. So, I don't care anymore. It was from the same thing all 3 times, by the way. There's Caesar salad chicken wraps. And there's ones that you get in Lidl, which are the little sandwich boxes that have the wraps, 2 wraps beside each other, like those sandwich boxes come in. And then there's one that you get in like Super Value that's in a wrap container that's 2 small wraps back to back in a long tube container. The one in the sandwich box from Lidl has given me food poisoning every time I've eaten it. And every time it's been days before the best before date. One of them, it was 4 days before it was meant to go off. I ate it and I got food poisoning. So I don't care anymore. Like, every time it's been days before it was meant to go out of date, and I still ended up with food poisoning. So at this point, if I get food poisoning again, I don't care. I'm so fed up with it all. I don't care anymore. I'll just deal with it. But yeah, would not recommend. Not great and not fun. Actually, one of them happened while, like, the day before recording a video. I was hungover and had food poisoning at the same time. It was fucking the worst experience of my life. It's the only time I've ever gotten hungover, and of course it was at the same time I experienced food poisoning for the second time. Like, what the fuck? Why'd that happen, huh? Why'd that happen? It was really irritating. It was not fun. Worst experience ever. That's the wrong way. Yeah, worst experience ever in my whole life. But, you know, it was fine. Oh, thank God. Yeah, it sucked. So I really don't care anymore. Nothing can be as bad as that. I'm trying to think of other story games I could play on the channel. I can't think of any. I don't know what's happening. I'm thinking of doing a Dream Daddy playthrough, but I don't feel great right now with romance. I mean, I think you can tell by the band. If you don't know what that is, that's the Arrow Ace flag. I'm never into either things. We'll talk about romance only. I'm never into romance anyway, but I go between periods of being completely disgusted by it to enjoying it in a fictional sense. Right now, it kind of makes my skin crawl to think about, so we're not doing that. Where the fuck am I meant to go? Yeah, we're not playing a romance game. Oh. We're not playing a romance game anytime soon. Kind of makes me feel like I'm gonna vomit, so not doing that. But honestly, I don't have any other story games that aren't romance. I don't think. Oh, that's it. Well, what a lovely way to end the video. I'm talking about how romance makes me want to vomit. Rank 3 out of 5. That's rude. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Why is this video like longer than the other one? Do I have an Elytra? Oh, whoops, wrong button. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I don't. Oh, there. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll think of something. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, that's good. Whoops, I forgot about the fireworks. Are gonna be loud, aren't they?